Foundations of web design and development demonstrate knowledge of industry terminology. D. Data structures are a way of organizing and storing data for maximum efficiency. Debugging is the process of identifying and dealing with bugs. Debugging is a multi-step process. The developer locates the problem, isolates the source, and then either gets to work fixing it or come up with a workaround. Deployment is a key step in the web development process. Once a website or an app has been developed and tested, it is ready to go live. In other words, it is ready to be deployed. Domain name. A website's domain name is its address on the World Wide Web. It's the address that users type into the browser in order to view a website. Every website can be identified by its IP address, and the domain name is just a more user-friendly label. Documentation is essentially the central point of reference for anyone involved in managing, maintaining, or using a website or piece of software. Documentation may provide information on requirements, architecture and design, technical properties, information for the end user, or marketing. F. Frameworks were invented to make the process of building a website faster and easier. You can think of a framework as a collection of solutions, tools, and components that you can access in one central location. The frontend of a website, also known as client-side, is what the end user sees and interacts with. Front-end languages include HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which all have a hand in determining the visual output of a website. FTP is how files are uploaded to the internet and stands for File Transfer Protocol. H. Hosting. Hosting refers to a web server where the files for your website are stored. HTML is the language that is used to build website pages and display content like content, images, video, and links on the web. HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol and is used to transfer data across the internet. HTTP sends the data from an HTTP server program to an HTTP client program. J. Java is one of the most popular programming languages. JavaScript is primarily used as a client-side language, meaning that it is embedded into the HTML of a page and sent to the browser. Web developers use JavaScript to add automation, animation, and interactivity to web pages. jQuery is a JavaScript library. jQuery basically simplifies the task of using JavaScript on your website by condensing several lines of JavaScript code in a single line. M. Mobile first is an approach development that prioritizes mobile devices. MySQL is the world's most popular open-source database management system. Meta tag is an important HTML tag for SEO ranking as it stores information about the web page. P. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, a server-side scripting language. PHP can be used to generate dynamic page content. Plugin is an add-on to a CMS to allow you to add features and extend functionality to your website. Responsive design is a website that should respond to the user's behavior and environment based on screen size. S. Sitemap is the organization chart of all the pages on a website. SEO is the process of creating and modifying content for the best visibility on search engines. SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer and is a standard security protocol for establishing encrypted links. This ensures that all data transmitted between the web server and the web browser remains secure. User interface. It's all about the screens and interactive touchpoints that make up a website or an app. User experience is the interaction a user has with an interface. W. Wireframe helps designers to communicate to web developers how a website should be structured. Web apps are accessed via the Internet browser and will adapt to whichever device you are viewing them. Last but not least, a 301 redirect is a permanent redirect from one URL to another. 404 is an error message that a user sees when what was requested cannot be found.